The recent Indo-Pak conflict has made one thing abundantly clear. Drones are not the weapons for tomorrow, they are the frontline arsenal of today. And India is not just prepared, it's innovating. Once reliant on Israeli imports and struggling with indigenous options, India's drone story has taken a sharp turn. A decade ago, Chinese drones ruled the commercial skies and DRDO's own drone projects were sluggish. But today, that narrative is changing. Take a look at this special report to explain you more.
It is not after the recent Indo-Pak conflict that there was this realization that India needs to work on its indigenous drone manufacturing. But it's almost over a decade that India started thinking on those lines. This was due to the swarm drone threat along the LAC and drone menace along the LOC. Indian Air Force bootstrapped a group of entrepreneurs to create homegrown swarm drones. What Indian Air Force's Meher Baba Swarm Drone Competition Part 1 has achieved is phenomenal. An investment of just over 16 crore created an indigenous drone industry which has already bagged orders worth over 1,000 crores.
Actually, I think 2018, if I'm correct, when we announced this Meher Baba competition.
That was a pragmatic initiative by Indian Air Force to develop a swarm. Especially swarm is an evolving technology.
Every company had created a product which cannot be ignored. There was constant hand-holding by the Air Force.
Named after maverick Indian Air Force pilot Meher Baba, the contest was premised on the popular US reality show Shark Tank. To win a ₹100 crore contract, startups had to successfully deploy a swarm of 50 drones that would fly 100 kilometers with 1 kg payload and spend up to an hour on the target. On August 14, 2023, the Indian Air Force gave a ₹300 crore contract to an Indian defense startup, one of the winners of the Meher Baba Swarm Drone Competition Part 1. The contract was for the delivery of 200 swarm drones.
So the contract is for kamikaze swarm drones. So Suresh Astra Mark 1, as we call it, is designed to focus on long-range target neutralization.
The 5 finalists of the contest got contracts worth over 1,000 crores. If we include all the participants of the competition, the value of the contracts is around ₹2,000 crores.
The purpose of that was to develop an ecosystem within the country, so that we can utilize swarm drones. Purpose was that once we have the algorithm and we have the system going, we'll also be weaponizing it.
It was a big challenge. About 50 drones had to be developed, which could undertake humanitarian assistance and disaster relief operations.
In 2021, New Space Research and Technologies won a ₹113 crore contract. Another contestant, Bot Labs Dynamics, flew thousands of drones as drone swarm at the Beating Retreat ceremony 3 years ago and at the Mahakumbh in Prayagraj.
We flew 2,500 drones for the Beating Retreat ceremony. That was the second largest show in the world.
So at no stage during this entire competition, any company was discouraged.
The swarm drone competition was incubated in Indian Air Force's Air Warfare Strategy Cell. An Indian Air Force pilot in 2018 could manage to get ₹100 crore budget for the Air Warfare Strategy Cell. special financial powers were delegated so that the Indian Air Force could fund its private players through their revenue budget.
In the private sector, why will they put their money? They will put their money only if they know that, okay, if they are successful, their developmental costs will be covered. Here we paid after the, we selected the winners, the thing, we also paid their developmental costs.
IDEX and Meher Baba competition are transforming the drone industry, and I believe this transformation will have impact on our aeronautics industry.
Now, Meher Baba competition's second version is being steered by the Indian Air Force. The new contest aims for developing swarm drones to detect foreign objects on aircraft and airfields. The competition has resulted in orders worth more than 1,000 crores over past 3 years from various industries, including armed forces. The Indian Air Force's hidden ace from the contest is a recently tested high-altitude pseudo satellite, or HAPS, a solar-powered spy drone that can skim the stratosphere.